Hey guys, First Regardsman here, and I'll be talking about a Heavy Plasma Incinerator build for the Heavy class in Space Marine 2. Now, the Heavy Plasma is a gun that got buffed one time at like the very beginning of the game and just became a top tier weapon ever since. This thing can one-shot entire hordes of Majoris enemies, really powerful option for boss killing, horde clear, and CHP recovery. That's why we're using it today. Now, the version I've chosen here is the magazine capacity version, mainly because this weapon is very ammo hungry, and the rate of fire version is a better DPS, but having more ammo for me, especially in solo, I just prefer that personally. Now, for the perk tree here, I do start off with the perk Common Cooling. Common shots generate 10% less heat. Common shots on this weapon are super underrated. They will one-shot most Minoris, they will give you back tremendous amounts of CHP recovery, and also they do have a pretty decent AoE and a great damage, so a really undervalued and really powerful option. Next perk here is Rapid Cooling, moving here into the perk Heavy Velocity. When heavy stance shots charge 15% faster, definitely take this, it's just a free charge rate. Moving down here into the perk Plasma Collection and Efficient Charge. Now, like I said before, the ammo economy of this weapon does suffer, so having these two perks helps a ton, and the next perk will help with that as well with Adamant Restoration. When your health drops below 30%, your ammo reserve is stored by 25% of the maximum capacity, cannot exceed maximum ammo capacity. The cooldown is 30 seconds. Now, on the heavy class, since you have the perk over here, Fortitude, that gives you a 30% health increase, being around that 30% HP threshold to trigger this is really not that bad. And a lot of the time what actually happens in this game is you'll get hit by like a big damaging sword warrior, you'll be dropped below 30% HP, you'll get that HP back off of like a common shot or a gun strike, and you will trigger this perk, put it on cooldown, get that ammo back for free, and lose no total HP. So a really good perk here. Next perk is Heavy Fire, up here into the perk Supercharged Shot, into the most important perk, which is Heavy Immunity. While in heavy stance, you don't lose control from heavy hits. This is like one of the only forms of no knockback this entire game for heavy, which is why you pretty much always pick it up. If you do not have this perk, you are probably running a strategic stand build, but since we're not today, we will be taking it. And this perk is available on pretty much every single heavy weapon that actually has access to heavy stance. So Heavy Bolter, Multi-Melta, Pyre Cannon, they all have this perk because no knockback is just very strong on this weapon, and really any weapon for heavy. Next perk here is Retaliation, finishing off with the perk here, Charge Cooling, and that's all there is for the Heavy Plasma. Now, for the secondary, we are taking the Rate of Fire Plasma Pistol because we are a Plasma build after all. So the Rate of Fire is the best option here, mainly because the Rate of Fire stat increases the total charge speed of your weapon, and charge rate on this gun helps out with CHP recovery, stagger, and damage. And we really don't have to worry about ammo too much on this build, mainly because we are building around that on the Heavy Plasma variant this time around. Now, for the perk tree, I would set up this way just for like full ammo economy and perks like Perpetual Velocity, because even though we don't have to worry about ammo on this too much, the bottom tree is just ridiculously ammo hungry, so I do kind of skip over it most of the time and prefer to set up this way. Pretty much all there is for our weapon selection. Now, for the heavy perk tree, I do take Restoration first. Once again, killing 7 enemies in rapid succession from source on armor segment. The cooldown is 15 seconds. Now, triggering this might seem like really easy on a charge shot, but you are also able to trigger this on a common shot quite easily because, like I said before, common shots on the heavy plasma do a ton of damage, and they do one-shot most Minoris, especially versus Tyranids, so really easy to trigger this even without those charge shots, so great perk. Next perk here is Fortitude, health increases by 30%. Moving here into the perk Overwhelming Power. When Iron Halo is active, all team members within 10 meters deal 10% more range damage. Now, this perk will trigger simultaneously with the perk over here, Brute Force, because Iron Halo does count as in cooldown while it's active, which is a pretty funny combo. You actually go up to like 25% range damage buff on this, so pretty nice. Next perk here is Additional Supplies. Ammo capacity for all team members' primary weapons increases by 25%. I do think Encompassing Aegis is better here, but I really don't want to run out of ammo on this build, so I'm just taking this instead. And a percentage increase here does help us even more because our base ammo capacity is the highest it can be on this version of the weapon, so great option. Next perk here is Consecutive Execution, killing 7 enemies in rapid succession towards equipment charged by 1. The cooldown is 90 seconds. Now, a 90-second Melt-A-Bomb, Crack Grenade, Shock Grenade, even a Frag Grenade, equipment will just save your games in Space Marine 2. It'll be able to wipe out Minoris, wipe out Majoris, wipe out Extremis, sometimes even bosses, because a double crack on a Neurothrope can save your life sometimes, and having more cracks means more boom, and Melt-A-Bombs especially are just a top tier perk option, or excuse me, equipment option, so great perk. Though I will say once again, Adamant Will for a 20% health damage reduction for 10 seconds on Iron Halo deactivation, excuse me, is also a great pick. Next perk here is Power Regulator for losing 20% less energy on our Iron Halo, and the final perk in the gear tree here is Brute Force. When Iron Halo is in cooldown, range damage increases by 15%. We take this because it's just a free range damage buff even if we didn't have overwhelming power, and also the perk up here, Saving Grace, sucks, and the perk down here, Wrath of the Imperium, is okay. It just doesn't trigger enough for my liking. Next perk here is Offensive Capability. When active, Iron Halo deals damage over time to all enemies within 5 meters. This perk is really nice, actually. I really do prefer this one over all other options because it's just free damage. You put up your Iron Halo, you're dealing damage to a boss, you're dealing damage to the Majoris, Extremis, or even like this the Minoris form in front of you. You will clear out Bramble, Spore Mines, Cultists. It does overperform quite a bit. It also helps you pick up some Execute sometimes, so really good for that too. Now, for the Prestige perk list here, we do take Conviction first. When your armor is fully depleted, you will take 25% less health damage for 10 seconds. This is probably the most important perk in this tree, in my opinion. The damage reduction here makes you way tankier. I pretty much always take this. The second most important perk, or arguably most important perk here, though, is Auxiliary Reload. Melee kills of Extremis level or higher enemies destroy power with ammo by 1 magazine. This perk pretty much solves any remaining ammo economy problem you might have. So this perk, really good for like any heavy weapon. This is also a percentage restore if you aren't using something like a heavy bolt rifle. So for plasma, you are getting a percentage back. So a really great option. Next perk here is Indomitable Spirit for no knockback on Gunstrike, and the final perk is really up to you. You could take Reverberating Impact, you could take Exponential Force, or you could take Duelist. I think these are all pretty decent for different reasons, but Home Precision over here, this perk just kind of sucks. I really would skip this unless you decide to go like full hip fire on like a heavy bolt rifle or something. That's pretty much all there is for this build, guys. Heavy Plasma really is just that good of a gun. It is still a top tier option all the way into patch 11 and presumably patch 12. And hopefully this build guide helped you. If you like content like this, subscribe for more. And as always, take it easy. Thanks for watching. Bye. Oh, there we go. One shot.
Tyranid sighted. Kill confirmed. Iron Halo online. Fragmentation device in place.
Love a Space Marine sequel game. Can't wait for sequel game 2. Space Marine sequel game the second. It's going to be an amazing game that I cannot wait for. Will console ever get an FOV slider? No. They've said that multiple times.
Iron tactic ready. Specialized bio neutralized. Throwing fragmentation grenade.
Mainly because the console just can't handle it. It's not like they hate consoles thing. It's just it should be 5 meters.
Now.
That's why we take heavy immunity, by the way. Otherwise, you get staggered by every one of those whip hits.
Refilling magazines.
FTG, will you play custom stratagems when patch 12 drops? Definitely. I have some funny ideas about those. It's pretty much just a mod difficulty at that point. Is there a way to make it so I don't see the vertical stream my subscription feed on the normal one? Unfortunately, I don't think there is.
Tactic ready.
I might just stop even trying to do it entirely at some point, but we'll see. It's a new feature, but is it a good feature is the real question.
Conversion. Operation.
That's that common shot. Now, if you're using a heroic plasma, it's a little bit faster. There we go.
High priority Tyranid eliminated. Control tag. Engage mine shields.
I want ammunition back from these guys if I can. We do have a pretty fat base ammo right now, so it should be pretty easy to get it all back. Assuming we land the charge shots. Oh, triple? Oh, this is triple prizes. Alright, there we go. I'm greedy, I want both. I want the ammo off all of them. We get no such thing.
Iron Halo online.
Alright, we're back to full ammo because we got brought below 30%. We got smacked by a ball. Now, I'd say all things considered, that went pretty well. What's up, Cab? What's up, Charles, as well? We're just playing some heavy plasma. I'm pretty sure this heavy plasma build is going to be exactly the same in patch 12. Pretty sure.
Enhanced tactic ready.
I don't think heavy's gotten any like notable perk reworks at all in like ages, so I hope so. I dream.
Fragmentation grenade. Up. Conversion operation.
Alright, there we go. So I think Tech Rune's going to be different from the main release. From the PTS. Probably like a little bit. Probably not that substantially. Probably not as much as people want. But that's usually the case with these things. Alright. A lot of sword warriors.
Level Xenos. Pacified.
I would like to AoE all of you. But alright, if you can clump all of them.
Execute Iron Halo tactics.
Oh, perfect. This is good. I'm surprised that shot me through my shield, but okay.
Specialized biofuel.
We're back to full ammo. That's the benefit of this build. You just don't really run out.
Throwing frag grenade.
Right, I should have done that last time.
Iron Halo online.
Oh, that was an unfortunate ball.
Xenos displaying evasive behavior.
I guess we'll shoot him. I don't know why that guy decided to run.
Use caution.
God. You.
Military class turret eliminated.
Unlocks are real.
Enhanced tactic ready. Iron Halo protocol in progress. Xenos countermeasures successful. Iron Halo ready.
I don't trust it anymore. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm moving at Mach 50 billion. The Mortifact is. So I'd say that could have gone worse, but the benefit of this build is we are at full ammo pretty much the entire time to keep fighting, which I cannot say would be true for other variants. There's one upside of that. Ow. There we go. Are we make a new weapon tier list when patch 12 comes out? Probably. I think there are a couple changes. Marksman carbines got buffed up a bit. They're a lot better now. Bolt rifle, grenade launcher. Heavy bolt rifle got up the tier, I would say, because of the heroic grenade it has. It's the best grenade launcher in the game now. I think most of the changes were to heroic weapons, but my opinion has also changed on a couple of them. I would say the number one thing, though, is that Pyre Blaster is still going to be an S tier weapon. That gun's just, like, ridiculous. Like, some weapons are set in stone, like Plasma, Pyre Blaster. These guns just, like, as a single gun, they tend to overperform. It's really more so when you get into, like, the B and A tier weapons that things get, like, a little more muddy. Back again. Welcome back. Do you think the charge rate Plasma is better than the heroic? I think they're pretty close for different reasons. I would say it's definitely more ammo efficient, but when we say ammo efficient on the Plasma, none of them are that ammo efficient outside this one.
Zones which should have the advantage inside the Imperial encampment.
Hold over here. Yeah, the heroic choose their ammo. Not wrong. I love the heroic plasma. I actually like, you know, when I play heroic plasma, I play with strategic stand because I like to build full ammo for that exact reason, because it is so ammo hungry. That's kind of an issue with this class in general. His ammo economy is like not god awful, but some of his weapons do just thirst for ammo.
Slow and our search was successful, Captain.
Proceed to the Prometheum refinery and complete the demolition preparations.
Enhanced tactic ready.
I was gonna bomb him even though I already shot him. F2G for president in 2028? How about no? How about stop putting me in any position of power? Thank you.
Specialized bioform neutralized.
I don't need all that stress. Heroic also misses out on a lot of the weapon perks. That's true. They definitely didn't like really think the weapon tree through on the heroic plasma. You're not wrong. Okay, well.
Obtaining armaments.
Get the hell out of here.
Additional supplies secured. New path ahead. Route clear. Nothing will escape this creep once it catches fire.
Relic, that's nice.
Utilize artifact in dire circumstances. Engaging elite countermeasures. Elite nullify your battle before it ravages more enemies.
Does he have any ammo recovery for does he heavy have any ammo recovery perks outside of the the extremis one? I mean, technically yes. Are they really good? Outside of his weapon perks, not really. He does have some good weapon perk ones. Did it buy out more? I smell piss nades. Where is he?
Eliminate target before its iron halo online.
After you're checking in between dealing with the Blizzard and the Northeast brothers. What's up, Diesel? Also, what's up, Jackal? I'm just waiting for Tech Marine at this point. That's what I'm doing. I had a really fun stream yesterday, though. That was some... I want to do more of those duos.
Elite level Xenos. Pacify.
Okay.
Iron Halo ready.
He was in hell. It was pretty bad.
Target silenced.
Gene Seed. Did we take the Gene Seed over the Relic? No, I'm not that greedy.
Enhanced tactic ready. Execute Iron Halo tactics.
Oh, well, that was an interesting shot. Bang. Bang. That was not the bang we were looking for, but it was a bang. Ow. Whoa, 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 hold on. Oh, I actually can't move. Okay. I actually could not move the entirety of that. Alright, there's a very easy way to deal with this.
Hunter destroyed.
That was the easy way, by the way. We just blew them all up. In case that wasn't obvious.
Acadians are running out of time. How close are you to the Prometheum facility?
On location, Lieutenant.
You are making good time. You're going to need it.
Give me words of encouragement. I see the max sniper and heavy, but I'm burnt out right now. 90% of issues you'll encounter in life are mental. Actually, that's probably not true depending on who you are and where you live and like what your occupation is, but at least some of them will be mental, so.
Cautiously.
Iron Halo
If
ready.
you know what is good for you.
Words of encouragement, do it. All I got.
Engaging elite countermeasures. Specialized biofuel neutralized. Target recalling up fresh reserves. Target eliminated. No reinforcements detected.
Tell me that's not satisfying.
The charge has been armed.
Rites of activation have been observed. The generators hum in the machine god's name.
How sad do you feel you have to wait so long for new content from 1 to a Nia Volkai pistol? Well, in this case, they did have like a holiday break. We haven't really had new content for any Horde shooters since like, unless you count Helldivers 2 and Cyberstam, that just came out. It was like last year. And Helldivers 2 is a way bigger budget than like any adjacent Horde shooter.
Disruption of operation at Generator 2. Bring it into the Omnissiah's proper alignment.
Iron Halo online. Kill confirmed. Xenos eradication complete. Enemy call for assistance.
Is that a veteran first company, Son of Gilliman? You bet your ass it is.
X warning.
2 axes remain.
Violent dismantling of Generator 4 in progress.
You're gonna put yourself through hell with private modifiers. We've kind of been doing that already with like the 1 difficulty mod, so might as well just do it on the official patch.
Zone through class tyranny. Use caution.
Probably gonna be easier.
Fight combat. Avoid rallies more enemies.
Alright, that may have been.
Prepping melter bomb. High priority tyranny eliminated. Aesthetic bombardment detected. Enhanced tactic ready.
Attention. Crane drive is jammed. Perform the necessary cleansing to resume operation.
Oh,
Alright, let's give it a light shot. Oh. There we go. I kind of don't want to do that with an Enraged Warrior behind me.
Iron Halo ready. Cut off its core for aid. Ukraine requires intervention, brothers.
Doesn't the delay in patch 12 mean everything else will get pushed back? I mean, it's coming out in Q1, February. They might push it back like a little bit, but maybe like April.
Iron Halo online.
Yeah, Saber hasn't said anything about delaying anything else yet, besides the Battle Barge. But that was months and months ago.
Begin the course of locomotion, adepts.
Suppress the enemy head to Generator 1.
I also just don't think 3 to 4 months is a long time to wait for most things.
Guards of Generator 1. Follow only the divine protocols.
That Nightmare mod looks crazy. Yeah, it's pretty rough. It is pretty rough. It can definitely send you into some bullshit scenarios that are straight up unlivable in, because, I mean, when you start stacking on like 5 bosses in the game and you have like a symphony of Carnifex artillery,
Tyrannid invasion. Thwarted.
that's where the game gets fun, in my opinion.
Enhanced tactic ready. Conversion.
Y-axis alert. Margin of error 0.0 nanometers. Blessed be the Omnissiah's divine precision.
Need only descend to the ground. Swarm approaching.
Do you think console will get an FOV slider? No, I don't think. If they could add it, they would have already. They said they have no plans for an FOV slider, which to me just means
Probable avian infestation.
it's a performance problem.
Serve ground. Successful. Iron Halo online.
Demolition. Minor secrets unmotivated.
Let's go to FTG. How's the weight treating you? It's really not too bad. I mean, the Nightmare mod definitely made the weight easier for me because it has something like hyper difficult to play in between, or like some new little challenge thing. It's quite fun. Also, the PTS.
Good vantage for your ambush.
Hypex being cheeky when he changed the name. What did he change it to?
Elite level Xenos. Pacified. Ammunition restocked.
Alright, get me out of here. Imura? Oh yeah, he did change it to First Tour Imura now. Which is pretty funny.
Tactic ready.
Someone asked what First Tour Sorcerer was. Oh yeah, that's named after me, because I was the one who discovered triple Imura on that mod. Quite funny. And then Hypex, the author, decided to change it. Let's go over here. And we should have like one more boss spawn. I mean, we have a sim and a relic. Should be good. I do feel like Heavy generally plays better in a team, but on his own, he's pretty good still. Alright, no. No spawns, okay. Would you be able to handle Nightmare solo against 1,000 Suns? Depends on the spawns and depends on the builds. Would I even want to try it though? Not really, because it doesn't really sound fun at all. I think Tyranids are a lot more fun to fight in this game in general. And I think 99% of the player base, or maybe not 99%, but I say the majority probably agree with that. That Tyranids are just more fun.
Tyranny eradicated.
It feels like there's a lot more interaction because like where Space Marine 2's gameplay loop kind of falls apart is in the range combat, and that's definitely better now on them with the Chaos spawn, but at least 95%. I think Chaos is a lot better now with like Chaos Spawn, but also the game's community hates Chaos Spawn. So the thing that I think made them better is widely hated. So as far as I'm concerned, I think people just hate Chaos. Simple as.
Tyrannids approaching. Engage weapons.
Oh boy. Speaking of things I hate.
No explosive. Ready. Zone from class tyranny. Use caution. Take the time tyranny fell. Suppress elite tyranny. Zones were neutralized. High priority tyranny eliminated. Iron Halo online. Placing melter vault. Alert. Subterranean combatants. Gravity kill confirmed.
That's annoying. Look at those balls that hit me here.
Enhanced tactic ready.
This position is defensible. Somewhat.
Long-range turret reported dead.
Did you just casually yawn? No, it's a real yawn actually. That was real. Just straight up one. That was not an aura yawn. That was actually a pretty hard fight.
Halo, one line.
I messed up my actually my heavy
Ready
stance a
for
couple
next
times.
encounter.
FG Hi chat, how's it going? What's up, Volcro? We are currently pew-pewing.
The enemy comes, Captain. But we are prepared.
I really want to appreciate the range classes more, but I feel melee is more
For optimal yield.
competent in my opinion. I don't mind heavier sniper, and they're great, but other simpler classes which should be provide a cleaner experience.
Get it done.
I mean, sniper and heavy are like pretty simple classes. Honestly, range classes have a much lower skill cap in general in this game, just because like outside like just aiming, really all there is to it. Okay.
Do not let the turret into close combat range.
As a heavy especially, there's not much aiming involved here unless you're like arcing the plasma shots. Heroic bolt sniper, that's a pretty high skill cap weapon.
The bulk of the swarm is continuing along the protected path. Continue holding.
That one's fun though.
Zone removed from combat. Zone for contact.
Oh shit.
Ready anti-psychic tactics. Stims administered. Multiple position.
I do love zone throws.
Reduce alien firewall presence to 0.
I mean, just aiming, I mean, you're not wrong. I guess melee is just attack and dodge, to be real. I mean, technically, but most of the range classes in this game also melee. There's not really much to... There really is not much in the range classes in Space Marine 2 besides... and, like, the hard parts of the range classes, I guess, are just the melee components. But that's where most of the difficulty comes from in the game. There's only a few weapons in Space Marine 2 like very aim heavy.
Ready.
I mean, they all require headshots, but that's mainly both through.
There, brothers. Keep it up.
Like with plasma, I don't really think I'm aiming a whole lot at all. I like how the gigantic fat AoEs.
Another wave.
I use a fire trap. It's more fun that way because Bourne needs a fire trap. I'll just have to walk all the way over there, walk all the way back. All to kill things I'm gonna kill anyways.
Clear the perimeter.
The fun of the game is switching between ranged weapons and melee. I agree.
The swarm has almost fully committed. Be ready for my march.
Neutralized bioform neutralized.
Actually, you can't roll through these guys to get to this dude. That's annoying. Okay. It's finally over. So close to Tech Marine. Unfortunately, my weekend belongs to RE9. I wonder why that could be when your name is Leon Kennedy Sandwich. Or Leon Sandwich, excuse me.
To detonate. Kick those rotten bastards.
We end this now.
Okay, there we go. Boom.
That should give the hive mind a hive-sized headache.
Very epic.
Glyphoside's down 90%.
Very boom.
Fall. Swarm annihilation confirmed. Excellent work. Move to extract. Extraction complete. Returning to orbit. Commendable work.
Powerful ball text earlier, it's okay. Looking forward to Patch 12. I've played around 6 weeks. I've had nothing to do in the game. I think most people who didn't buy it on sale have nothing to do. Like most of the old guard player base, they're pretty burnt. That makes sense. Now the Tech Marine level grind is gonna suck, but it shouldn't take too long. Should only take like 10 hours. Alright, there we go. 80,000 damage on that one, jeez.